Tansei Tatua. Hello and welcome back. I'm Sipaku Waskatawi Win, Blue Lightning, and I'm here with part 8 of my series of my Cree heritage, spiritual beliefs, some of the legends, some of the ways of life, and cosmic views of my Neowin Yelwak people. So, to continue on with the last video and the subject matter of the last video, I was talking about reptilians, extraterrestrials, and inner Earth stuff, and I think I was running out of time, like, because I try to keep them short due to upload times and things like that. Upload times, so yeah, so that's why I try to keep videos like within the 17, 20 minute, 15 minute mark. But let's continue, shall we? So, inner Earth, wow, yeah, reptilians and all sorts of beings down there. Some of the origins of the people on Turtle Island came from there as well. And this is like ancient world tales of our people from Turtle Island, one of the many nations and tribes out there. And they say they came from the inner Earth. They said they had not relations, but trading relationships and connections to the ant people, the inner workings of that, and a lot of the other lizard folk down there that live down there as well. And these are just natural beings that existed prior to reptilians in their arrival here. So when I say reptilians, I mean like the evil, a lot of people call them the Dracos, but they were like, which is like a symbolic reference for like dragon people, draconic. And then people often associate that. It goes on with like evil and all that, right? But in our world, they, in our viewpoints, like I said, they came from a different dimension, one that's a darker frequency than ours, and they are often the reversal of that of the energy out here, the good energy. They harness the reversal of our energy, so like they feed upon our the sadness and suffering of the world, and one of the many ways they do that is through spiritual entity attachments, which they call upon, or they somehow portal in from inner Earth. So now let me talk about inner Earth. Inner Earth in itself, the structure, is a very unique thing, as all the planets and structures within our galaxy and stars. So the inner Earth has a lot of structures, crystal structures, elements, and different I should say a wide range of different elements within itself. So these elements, and combined with the energy of the universe, the natural flow of the energy of the universe, creates enough energy, a reaction that allows dimensional portals and travel to happen. Now, depending on who is controlling the portals, they are allowing things in. And or say if people control them, like ourselves, and open portals, then they're not 100% in control, because they're not going through the proper protocols to set up such travels or such things. Like they don't have protections or anything like barriers set up to keep the negative out. Like, so what I'm saying is these beings, reptilians, they create almost like catalysts, or like monoliths, or like pillars of it's almost like points of like because like we're like, if I mentioned before, but we all give off a signal from our energy, and depending on, like, if our alignment and we attune to the stars in the universe and we flow with that, right, is a whole different concept to being someone who is sad and they can't connect and they have a hard time focusing, I can't meditate, all these different little things, like they have all these like self inflicted attachments that I should say that life has somehow, if they've come across them, are accumulated or picked it up, and eventually that energy is like being transferred and siphoned out of them. They're suffering, kind of deal. So a lot of people have them. Sometimes it's just a tough situation people are in, and that's natural in this world. And but what I'm getting at is, some people have these attachments where they're all of a sudden they don't know why they're sad. They have nothing to be absolutely sad about. Like everything's all right around them, but then it just, something happens, and it's like, like they just feel down or sad or alone, and these things end up siphoning your sadness, your loneliness, and you can't let them. So, the way to beat that, and to beat the mind control, or to beat that attachment, is to is when something, you start to feel alone, you start to acknowledge that, and you go, okay, well, I'm going to do something with this time. I'm going to be more productive. I'm going to study some history. I'm going to learn something, or be productive. I'm going to even if it's something small, like I'm going to check out a few pages of this book, see if it's the type of information I'm into. I'm going to even if it's to realign yourself outside with nature, and beat that thought, and reconnect to the universe, and remember that this life it's not forever, and it's to be enjoyed. Every second, every moment that we have is to be enjoyed, because you never know, right? You'd be here today and then gone tomorrow, right? So it's realistically, we're here to experience and enjoy the moments that we have to spend here in this time, in this life, before we make the journey to the next world. So I'm getting off track here. The reptilians and their inner earth portals and their catalysts and monoliths. So they create these on dimensional spiritual levels, and these catalysts act as like a waypoint for all of our suffering. And they'll build them in major city areas. Like they'll literally build a city, construct a city to funnel this energy in that spiritual, like, because they'll build it on a spiritual plane. And these people, the energy goes to these people's energy goes to these monoliths in the spiritual world. And the reptilians, like I said, they feed off of it. They use them to open up portals and bring in forward other different dimensional beings. And I will talk about I'll talk a little bit about this. So I've had a few different experiences with extraterrestrials. I've had the ones that were very ceremonial related, so like my Neo-Win natural traditional ceremonies and our connections there with them. And then I've had my dream experiences in dreams, and then I've had my astral journey and vision like experiences where I've seen and on that spiritual plane. And then I've had where it's been on this existence, and like outside at night, and you could see them in the stars flying by in this existence. So there's been a few of them I've had with this when it comes to this subject. So I will talk about an astral travel time with the last like 5 minutes here. So back in July 2021, my friend had contacted me, and he was another spiritual guy. He was very aligned to working for the light of the universe, and he would contact me to help him with, I should say, astral travel journeys and adventures. And so I would say, sure, I'll join you. I'd love to. And we'd all get together in our meetings, and we'd have our meditations, and we'd see all these things and pray and bring healing light to these certain areas. And sometimes even our spiritual beings would have to deal with these entities on that level, or those structures on that level. So sometimes we'd go to different parts of the world, and the way it works is like in the spiritual world, you see the earth, and it's almost like a grid. Like you'll see the earth's energy flows, like it's like an aura. Like this earth has its own aura energy grid, and it's flowing. So when you're on that level, the universe will bring you to an area where there's a distortion in that energy field, and this distortion is creating its own toroidal fields of negativity. So going there as a spiritual being, you have to be protected. You have to have your own alignment and your own connection to universe, and you have to be on your spiritual alignment and with the guidance of that. And that time, to keep it on topic, in that time when we went out there, my buddy was in connection with some monks from Nepal, and they wanted us to come check out an area out there, so we did. He called me and a few other people, and we went, and when we were down there in the inner earth as spiritual beings, like in this area, we found such a place, and there was this and they were using a portal to they're calling this like, so it was like these entity beings, spiritual beings, they were like almost like octopus. They had like octopus heads, if that makes any sense, and they had like dark robes, but it was just like dark silhouettes, right? Like it looked like dark energy spirit beings. And we started getting rid of them using the light of our universe, and it was we're clearing the area, and they're opening a portal down there, and they did, and there was this giant black tentacle creature that was like coming out of this portal, right? And it was like trying to reach out, and the monks were in there, and they're floating these crystals, and they're just blasting energies from these crystals, and meanwhile, me and my buddy were fighting this and trying to block this tentacle creature from leaving and getting out into our world, because it was essentially what the universe was telling us, was that it was trying to latch into everyone's spirit being, and control them. This giant octopus was, and feed off everyone's nightmares and dreams and make them suffer, kind of deal, and go crazy and whatever. That's what that octopus was trying to do. And it was from a dark universe or dark space, that that's what it's natural. It was just a natural. That's how it, and so we're getting rid of it, and all those other ones just started taking off in the ships and flying like just flying off into space, and meanwhile we're getting rid of it, and the Nepal monks helped us destroy the creature and shut the portal down, and we prayed and consecrated the ground and made sure it would never be used for that type of distortion or disruption again, and prayed, and then while we're praying, we're praying, and we mentioned the Galactic Federation of Light Worlds, and we were getting like visions of their ships in deep space, and just like out of hyperspace, like the Galactic Federation of Light Worlds just annihilated them, and just like they're like, yeah, you never have to worry about those beings again trying to like harness everyone's suffering and make the world go crazy, because that's what they were trying to do, is make the world go crazy. So we stopped that from happening, and after that, there was a few other inner Earth stories, but I'll save those for another time. Those are like underground bases and things like that, like what we're seeing down there, and other places around the Earth and stuff that we had we did a lot of work out there, I should say. But anyway, what else about the inner Earth can I tell you? Oh, so yeah, there was a lot of connections, a lot of deep like water systems underneath the earth too, inner earth. Massive oceans, even like larger than people would even imagine down there. So there's other ancient forms of life that exist in that water that just don't come to the surface because they have enough with where they are. I will leave it at that on that note for now, and I will talk more about uh, I will talk more about the I should say the ancient legends in our area and stuff like that in the next one, and I'll talk more about the other extraterrestrials, some of the Galactic Federation of Light Worlds, and some of the experiences I've had with them in the next one. And I'm also going to be starting up a UFO video series where I just kind of talk about some of the UFOs that are experiences, our paranormal experiences that have happened in our area. I know this one's more like a Cree heritage and spiritual beliefs and legends and stuff like that, which is fine. So, but the other one I wanted to do was like going to be like reports and stuff like that have happened within recent times, and where people have approached me with this a set of videos or images, or I've gotten the images or videos myself, or and I'm going to do a little bit of reporting here and there just for some of the interesting things that have passed over our skies and our reservation over the years and our time. And yeah, I'll be doing that. Expect that in the next video or so. So I appreciate you all. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.